Welcome back, our dear viewers. We're here in the series of Hala Kuwait with our guests, Jessy, Joyson, singer, anchor, and artist. Hello, Jessy. It's a pleasure to have you here in the studios of Hala Kuwait.
The pleasure is all mine, actually. Thank you for having me here.
It's our pleasure. So, we'd like to know, when did you start singing exactly?
As I remember that I started singing at the age of 3, maybe. My mother used to actually sing lullabies for me. So usually when kids actually hear lullabies, they used to actually sleep. But for me, it's a reverse end. So
You used to
I used
sing
to,
with her?
No, I know. I used to stay awake actually the whole time. And after the singing finish, and then I will actually go to sleep. So my mother found out that I have a passion for singing. And then there was a party show for my father's actually office. So I directly ran to the stage, and at the age of 3 or 3.5, and I catch the mic and I started singing and dancing, and that's how we found out that okay, I have this singing and.
So this is how you discovered your passion for
Yes.
singing.
Yes.
And how did your talents? How did it start? Like, did you start right after that party? Did you start developing yourself as an artist?
Yeah, so just after that, I was a part of a lot of school competitions, interstate competitions, district level, state level, national level, international level. So that's how actually I tried to progress myself, and of course it's my family support. So my mother tried to actually bring me in each and every places wherever it's possible, and then that's how I tried to actually upgrade myself in the singing profession. Not only in singing, I also do dancing, and I was in athletics and all, but now I stick on myself into singing.
Of course, I think that's a very interesting thing that you started at a very young age, and I think family support is very important
Yes.
in these kind of things. And we can see your family is right here with you in
Yes.
backstage. Of course, you have your son, your
Yes.
husband is with you
Yes.
here today.
I have my son who is like 4-year-old, and of course right now after my marriage it's all about my husband's support, without which I will not be able to be sitting over here. Not only my husband, but also there are a lot of people whose name I would like to actually tell maybe in a later time.
Of course, I think support is very crucial to develop as a singer, as an artist, as any type of profession. And when it comes to your favorite singer, who would you say that is?
Favorite singer, there are lots actually. I can't count like how many number of singers I would like. In each genre there would be different people, but still I can name maybe K.S. Chitra or Shreya Ghoshal or Sitara, Bombay Jayashree. Just the list just goes on.
There's a lot of artists.
Yeah, and I'm happy that okay, I used to see like K.S. Harishankar, who is one of the famous singer, and he was actually been awarded for various global level events, and I was able to actually be part of the same stage program. And I feel myself blessed and proud to be actually telling that.
Of course.
Yeah.
And how do you feel when you're on stage? I'm sure like for every artist it's different. Sometimes when you go on stage in the first few minutes, you're a little bit anxious, nervous,
Yes.
but afterwards you feel like
Yes.
you feel better, you feel
the thing
more
is like
courageous about
initially
it.
I was little scared, of course, because
Yes.
when I'm telling about my talent actually singing career in Kuwait, the first person whose name actually stuck on my mind is Mr. Nitin Tortatil. He actually tried to actually give me an opportunity, and he's having a famous band over here, Music Beats, and he gave me an opportunity for singing, and that's how like I firstly land up to the stage. It was really a nerve-wracking experience for me initially, with lots of crowds over there, and from there on like the crowd went from 50s to 100 to 500 to 1000, and now everything seems to be the same actually. The initial there would be anxious, but when you see the cheer of the audience, of course that gives you that hype, that vibe of, yeah.
So do you get the same feeling every time you're on stage?
Yeah, every performance, it all depends upon how you get the vibe from the audience. Like
Yes,
it all
of
depends
course.
upon that. But of course, I try. Like I also have a passion of anchoring. So when people are not actually that much motivated or anything, I try to actually talk in between and maybe cheer out some humors or something, and that's how I actually bring out the vibe of the people.
Of course, and there's a lot of, I think, different steps in order to become a singer, an artist, such as yourself. So to become a professional singer, I'm sure there's a lot of important steps that people really should know if they're pursuing a career as a singer. So can you share some of these tips or the things that they need to be aware of?
When you look on the professional level, I am still on the learning level. I can't tell myself as a professional singer. That's something, a dream of mine. But having said that, on a professional level, you have to learn the ragas or swarams or the classical or the Carnatic version, which I still would like to actually pursue. When I tell about that, right now I would like to name one person's one of my bestie or my friend who is Mr. Danish Chandran, who is actually supporting me a lot, like when it comes to actually choosing which type of songs. It's like, I mean, not everyone can sing all type of songs. Like my voice sometimes suit for Carnatic type songs or something, though I haven't learned. So those type of lessons is something which is being taught by some of my besties, friends. And
so would you say like he's your first supporter in this profession?
When it comes to, no, he is a person who actually tried to teach me like, okay, where I go wrong or where I go right. But
Yes.
when it comes to my passion, my first supporter is, as I told you, like Mr.
Your
Nidin
family?
Tortatil.
Oh.
Yeah, Nidin
Your
Tortatil.
family in the beginning then?
Yeah, the beginning,
course.
and now it's my husband because he's
Yes.
my cameraman, he's my videographer, he's my shooter, and he actually takes me to each and every places, and he look after my kid, and who is such a naughty person, and
Yes.
that's how actually I pursue my thing.
I think that's very important to have
Yeah,
this kind of
yeah,
support
yeah.
from your family.
Yeah, and I also believe that, okay, when it comes to any sort of profession or any sort of like your passion, if you want to pursue that, you have to act on the present. I like to quote one word like act in the living present, heart within and God overhead. So it's all about like you have to act in the present. There are people who may not be actually believing you, they may throw stones at you, they may
Yeah.
tell that you're not good enough, but still you have to believe, you have to pursue it, you have to understand what exactly you have to learn when it comes to any sort of, let it
Of
be singing,
course.
let it be any sort of passion you have.
You
Let it be
really
that.
need to believe in yourself for it to
Yes,
actually
yes.
work.
And for some people it may be actually blessing that, okay, you have family support. For many there it's not, but I'm anyway
Yes.
thankful that I have so many good families and so many good friends. Actually I have both in-laws and my own family. So
Of course. And can you tell us more about the posts that you have, especially in theaters and other places as well? Would like to know more about them.
pose in the set, you are mentioning about like what sort of sets, like what of, like I actually participate in different type of religious cultural association programs, and when it comes to Kuwait, but when it comes to back in India, I actually was part of different type of interstate activities. So right now over here, I'm happy that, okay, I got shortlisted in one of the movies. And
That must have been really
yes,
exciting.
yes. I mean, that was my first audition, and I got selected as the lead actress. So,
So how does it feel to be selected as the lead actress?
I never thought that I'll be selected, first of all. And just before actually going for the audition also, I told my husband that I'm never gonna I'm never gonna make it. But still, when I got that news, I was like very happy. And October it's a shooting, and also after coming to Kuwait, there are a lot of different stages I was able to actually perform, and I was rewarded by the member of the parliament for actually being part of different shows, and there is actually Indians in Kuwait got talent show where I got actually banged over there, awarded over there, and I was also able to actually part of Mubarak al-Rashid programs.
It's nice to have this kind of recognition.
Yes,
Of course, I think it really helps you to even develop
Motivate,
more,
yeah.
to pursue your career more.
Yeah.
So, of course, you have a lot of different types of songs you mentioned. So, which song do you prefer to sing, like usually when you have to sing, like for an audition, for the theaters?
Yeah, good question, because personally, if you ask me, I would like melodious romantic songs. But when it comes to any occasions, of course, there are no chances you will get to actually perform your melodious songs. It's just like your audience will sleep. So you have to anyway sing something which is of high beats and high vibe.
Of
So I
course.
changed myself from melodious to directly to this high beat song.
So, is there like any difficulties in being a singer? I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties.
Yes.
So, we'd like to know more about these kind of things that you usually encounter. You have to overcome them as a singer.
So when it comes to singing, main thing is the climate and your throat really matters. So most of the time when there are major events, you have to really take care of your throat, and I mean most of the time, like luckily or unluckily, you get the cold and cough and everything, and somehow you have to manage with the counter medicine. Other than that, there are like tough competitions. Like in any sort of passion, there's tough competitions, and you have to actually learn and pursue, and you have to practice, keep on practicing to change your way of vocals and to make people actually, an audience to actually have a same vibe of what you're trying to present. And another thing which I feel is that, okay, you have to, I mean, you have to dream about this passion, and then you have to work on it. Yeah.
Of course. So can you share some of the future plans you have?
My future plans is that, like whichever programs which I'm currently attending, we also actually get monetary benefits out of it. So I usually actually use those monetary benefits for charitable related activities. So if my future plan is like, if I would, like, I dream to become a good singer or a artist. If I am actually becoming in that way, I would like to become a philanthropist. So to come to give back to the society, to
Of course, to help even new singers,
Yes.
especially give them tips, help them out.
yes,
In their
yes, at least
beginning,
by
in
your
their
time
start.
or financial aids or anything.
Of course. And what about a word of advice for anyone who's watching us right now, who has the talent to sing, or who has a very interesting song and even voice, but are shy to go on stage, or shy to pursue it as a career?
One advice which I would tell is, like, just before, I also told that just before also, like, there would be many people who would tell you that, okay, you can't do it. You can never make it. I mean, even I still remember that, okay, there are so many instances where I was being bullied. Like, I was very scared even to stand in front of 5 people. And now I'm still actually trying to, take out my fears out of it. But you shouldn't be shy. I mean, if you wanted to actually become something, pursue it, go for it, and no one is going to spoon feed you. No one is going to give anything to you. You have to come outside from the
Of course, you have to actually pursue it. You have to
Yes.
go for it, even if you have like
Yes.
a lot of
And,
people putting you down.
Yes.
You have to fight and go
Yes.
for it.
You can also actually get bullied through social media also. I was also bullied through social media.
Yes,
But
I think this is a very common thing
Yes.
for a lot of
Yes.
people, artists, anyone with a public account actually.
yes. So you get actually bullied through social media, but you shouldn't stop there. If you stop
Yes.
there, you're making the other person understand that, you know what, the control is in their hands.
Yes, of
You have
course.
to actually go ahead and show them that, you are wrong. I can. You should always have that will that, okay, I can.
So what about, I think you had a lot of different performance. You mentioned that you had a lot of different experience. Which one was your best performance in your career so far?
I would like to quote maybe 2 of the performances. One which I have done when I was in my school days. So never in my life my parents was able to see my performance. Unfortunately, only one of the performance my mother was able to see. And once I won the award, I saw her actually ran out of tears, and I asked her, like, why are you on tears? And she's like, okay, it's a happiness tears.
Yes.
And the second one is after the birth of my baby, and I never knew that, okay, he has a passion towards singing too.
Your son also
Yes,
likes to sing.
yes. So
it runs in the family.
Yes. So yeah, I was very happy to see that in one of my performances, he ran with a mic onto the stage just like how I did.
Yes.
And he was also trying to mimic whatever I was singing. And that was a blessed moment for me. So I feel that, okay, at least my passion would pursue him also to actually continue in his journey.
Of course, and I think sometimes even the kids, they look up to their mother, their
Yes,
parents,
yes.
and they try to copy them.
Yes.
So it's nice to have this kind of connection
Yes,
with your son.
yes.
And of course, it was really a pleasure to have you here in the studios of Hala Kuwait.
Also, like, before I wind up, I would also like to extend some of the thanks to some of the people, which I think I should actually do it. There are so many bands whom I have actually performed, but when it comes to actually angering or something, I would like to quote Mr. Samir Valail and Mr. Anish or Mr. Bindu or some of my good buddies like Siju or Srini or Rajesh. Like, those people really motivated me, and that's why I am sitting over here, and I'm so thankful that you guys actually interviewed me and giving me an opportunity to be part of here. And
It's
to the
our
entire
pleasure.
group. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Dear viewers, we had with us Jessy, Joyson, singer, anchor, and artist. Let's move on to our next report. Stay tuned.